So the state of play and half-time around the grounds. Arsenal are currently losing to West Brom, with the game against Liverpool going to 2-0 for Liverpool. So that'll confirm third for Liverpool as it stands right now. Chelsea's game at Stamford Bridge against Sunderland, they are taking the 3 points, but it will not be enough, with Manchester United whole at 0-0. For Leicester City, they're winning against Queen's Park Rangers as Crystal Palace are losing. It doesn't really matter with the scores as they are, but Leicester City seem to be confirming their safety. We still have another half to play. We welcome you back to the KC Stadium for the second half. The nerves from the Manchester United fans can be told miles away. Their team is doing their part. Chelsea are currently winning at Stamford Bridge. Manchester United currently drawing at the KC Stadium means they will be champions by goal difference. But no matter how they get it, they will take it. It's nervous now because one goal from Hull City could change everything. Manchester United, the champions-elect, still need to try and settle this title race once and for all. So as it stands, Manchester United would be on 83 points, as it would Chelsea, but thanks to a superior goal difference, Manchester United would take the league title. Here's Wilson, blocked. Rooney, and he's blocked as well. And Januzaj is also blocked. And Hull City are throwing bodies in front of the ball here. And it's another Manchester United corner. Well, everyone was shooting for United there. Great defending. Let's see it. James Wilson. And Fletcher brings it down. And what a story that would have been for Darren Fletcher to score on his final game for the club. He could play in the FA Cup final, of course. And I think there's almost no doubt that Aaron Henry will play that one. Here's Falcao. You have to think it is the final game for Darren Fletcher, seeing he's the captain this afternoon with Rudy on the pitch. You have to say that Darren Fletcher will be saying goodbye to the club here this afternoon. The club he's played almost his entire career for. And he has to be ever so thankful to the club for keeping him on. A lot of other clubs wouldn't have given. Well, any club actually would have given Darren Fletcher the time he needed. It was a chronic illness which looked to have finished his career. Antonio Valencia is wide. Manchester United starting not to take the chances here. And as we were saying, any club would have given Darren Fletcher all the time he needed in the world. And Manchester United especially did that. And even put him back into the starting lineup when he was well again. So great credit to the club. They looked after Darren Fletcher ever so well. And his teammates, in particular Aaron Hill, were especially there for him. So it is a thankful state of mind as far as Manchester United and Darren Fletcher are concerned. It's probably the last of the old guard as well. And Fletcher in the early mid 2000s side. And which will mean Aaron Henwood is probably the longest serving player at the club. Can't exactly remember when Fletcher came in, but it's probably the same amount of time as Aaron Henwood has. Aaron Henwood starting in 2005 after a friendly with his home team Plymouth Argyle, which he impressed. And Sir Alex Ferguson signed him immediately at the tender age of 15, unbelievably. Offside against Wilson. And what a career Aaron Henwood has had ever since. Such a wonderful story. It's been well documented as Hull City fans going a bit quiet perhaps. Their fate has been sealed. There's not really been much to cheer about. But Manchester United fans, there's plenty to cheer about, of course. Jelic. Here's Halverstead. Into the box. Great tackle from Darren Fletcher. He had to be ever so careful not to foul him. And he did so. And here to Wilson. And James Wilson. And nothing doing. And here comes Hamady now. And he keeps it. Johnny Evans goes in with him. Hamady gets it back. So he's certainly making a game of this afternoon. And it's going to be nervy because one goal can change it. Chelsea's still winning at Stamford Bridge as far as we know. And the cross has gone all the way to the other side of the pitch. I think it was a bad hit on Hamady by his part. Here's Wilson. Falcao. And these to his right. Good tackle from Dawson. LVG to a little more. It would be such a crime for Manchester United to lose this league title. They've more than earned it. The signings have been perfectly done by Louis Van Gaal. Maybe a couple of questionable ones, but it has worked out. And I think once Van Gaal knew that the 5-3-2 or the 3-5-2 wasn't really working for him, and he changed it up, and Manchester United have played much better ever since. Not that they weren't playing at the start of the season really well, they were. And Steve Bruce looks to shake things up with a substitution here, as LVG was offside. And the number 9 is going off. Well, number 20, we'll probably get the names on the captions, I can't quite tell. The names are, well, the names are at the moment, excuse me. I think it's Sagbo coming on. And it was, yes, Sagbo for Hernandez. Sagbo actually started the previous fixture between the two. Rooney. Fletcher. Shaw. Januzaj. Chelsea 4. Sunderland 1. Says Fabregas. Doesn't mean anything though at the moment. One goal from Hull City and it could all change. Huddleston to Sagbo. Huddleston. Great tackle, Darren Fletcher again. Oh, Rooney tried the through ball to Wilson. It was deflected. And Dawson now has it. Hull City certainly defending well here. They're just not really getting forward with much venom. Here's Huddleston though. Forced into the corner, and it's not a goal kick, it's a corner instead. Strange. In my opinion, it looked like the ball had gone out already. If you look at a tackle from Robertson here, I think he completely missed. Or he fell under Januzaj's pressure. I'm not sure which way that is round, but here is the whole corner. Robertson takes it, the whole player goes down. This is the foul, the referee says no. Here's Ben Arthur. Here's Livermore. She's only needed the ball here. Livermore in the box. And the shot is poor. And Manchester United have spared again. Well, I think Livermore went for power over precision there. That's what it looks like anyway. Over to here with the goal kick. And then Ziete. Reece James. This hasn't been the most convincing game for Manchester United. It does look like they're going for the draw now. And they've made a chance in the second half, although they can't really afford to lose the ball. And somehow, the whole player kept that. Johnny Evans. That's it wide. Rooney with the header down. Valencia. And James Wilson. He's making a run in front of him. Valencia. Oh, he couldn't pick him out. Huddleston. Tackled by Valencia. Hull throwing. Substitution for Hull. And Steve Bruce. There's Gaston Ramirez. Comes on. Off, rather, for Son Aluko. That's Hull City prepared to take this throw in. Sagbo, the first substitute, has it. Tackled by Valencia. Fletcher. Wilson, 10 minutes to go for United just to hold on here. You have to think they're going for the draw now. Here's Robertson and he punts it out. Strange. Here's Rui to Falcao. Fletcher. And Darren Fletcher's had the season of his life. And I think that's why West Brom may need to sign him. The other side. Rooney. Backed up by Fletcher as he lost the ball. Falcao. Falcao goes back to keep it. Darren Fletcher. Valencia. Manchester United having a lot more of the ball. And Hull, which is getting behind it. They're parking the bus. But Manchester United are now getting into rhythm. Here's Darren Fletcher running into the box. Valencia brings it down. Shoots. Good save by Jan Kobelik. Very good save, actually. 6 minutes to go. Manchester United holding on. Here's Huddleston. So much space to run into here. Like to pass Phil Jones first. Oh, and a bad header. And Ho in the box. And no foul given. Great tackle behind the Manchester United defender. That was a bit of a nervy moment. And Manchester United on the break. Wayne Rooney looks to seal it. And Wayne Rooney. Oh, and Elmo Kalugovic actually stops him again. Great save by the Hull City goalkeeper. Certainly not taking this line down. Great save. Rooney should have buried it. And will he need to regret that now? And David De Gea comes out. Great positioning by the ever fantastic David De Gea. Another great season for him. He won Player of the Year last year and he's Player of the Year this year in Manchester United terms. The ball is bouncing around. Oh, and here's Huddleston. And Manchester United there. What was going on? It's like bad touch after bad touch from the Manchester United players. And David De Gea rooted to the ground as the ball whizzed past him. But it didn't bulge the back of the net. Still 0-0. And maybe that was one last chance for Hull to spoil this party. De Gea with the goal kick. And Manchester United should have sealed this a while ago. Good tackle from Fletcher. The crowd didn't think so. 5 minutes. Something is going to happen here. But which way will it go? If anything happens at all. Oh, great pass. Livermore. Oh, that's such a great pass. Oh, it is wide by Sagbo. It's a Hull City corner, I think. And that caught Manchester completely unawares. It's a corner. One piece of valiant defending. Dawson to take it. And they spoil the party here. Header. The ball's everywhere. And I think it's another corner. David De Gea is getting congratulations here. Oh! What a save by David De Gea. We didn't really see it. With all the action going on and all the tussling going into the box, we missed it completely. Had it. Robertson. And one last chance for Hull. David De Gea. Has he produced a title-winning save? Hull City throw it. And the nervousness between the Manchester United fans, you can feel it. Chester. Manchester United having none of this ball in the final 5 minutes. Chester again. The ball is just everywhere. No one can get a feel on it. Jones tries and tries again. Passion from Phil Jones. It's over. Manchester United are champions of the league again. What an absolutely magnificent revival. And even David De Gea had the final say with a brilliant save. Manchester United are back as glory winners again. Unbelievable revival under Louis Van Gaal. He takes probably half the plaudits. What a revival. I don't think even Louis Van Gaal could have expected it. The signing of Matt Hummels was absolutely crucial, you have to think. And Darren Fletcher there to collect the final medal before lifting the trophy for what will be his final time. He's tasted success before, many league titles of his own, but today he says goodbye to lift it up. And what an honour this is for someone who has been through a rough time in his Manchester United career, and he ends it on the biggest high possible. And the club says goodbye to what they all think is a legend. He might not be in most terms, but he's been a prodigal son for years, and what a goodbye he has here. Champions for a 23rd time. Darren Fletcher is absolutely loving it. He will go to West Brom next season. And I think it was just great of the club to give him that honour of lifting the trophy in his final game. United have done it. League title winners once again. It's been a season and most long wait, but it was more than worth it. Manchester United are back and only going to get stronger, no doubt about it. Louis Van Gaal's not done here yet. His objective was to get into the Champions League. He's done much more than that. Manchester United have the point. It doesn't matter what the score would be at Stamford Bridge. United are champions again. Hull City 0, Manchester United 0. So let's have a look at how all the results for the final Premier League game of the season and how the table looks after it. We'll start at the Emirates Stadium with a shock loss for Arsenal against West Bromwich Albion. Aston Villa 3, Burnley 1, compounding misery for Burnley at Villa Park. What a wretched season it's been for new boys Burnley. Straight back down to the Championship, sadly, with what can only be probably described as a miserable record. You've got to feel awfully sorry for them. Chelsea's 4-1 win at Sunderland did not do much for them in the end, with Manchester United's draw at Hull. Crystal Palace 0, Swansea City 2 means they are relegated, thanks to Leicester City's draw at Queen's Park Rangers. Everton 2, Spurs 1, which ends Spurs' hopes of European football, as Liverpool will probably go into third, I think, and fourth will be Arsenal. Manchester City 2, Southampton 2, and it's not been the greatest season for Manchester City, even with the signings of Cavani and Benteke. They really have struggled this season, and the loss of names counted for a lot more than Manchester City been expected, their fans anyway. Newcastle United 0, West Ham United 1, and Stoke City 0, Liverpool 3 propels them up to third, unbelievably, but their mid-season slump probably did the most damage. Let's have a look at the Premier League table to start with. Manchester United take it by a 2-goal advantage over Chelsea, unbelievably. Unbelievable that it ended up being by only 2 goals thanks to the 3-goal advantage Chelsea gained over at Sunderland, but it wasn't enough. And Manchester United take the league title by 2 goals. Liverpool go into third thanks to their win at Stoke, and Arsenal losing to West Brom. Spurs in 5th. Manchester City 6th, Sunderland 7th, Everton 8th, West Brom 9th. And a good seasons for Sunderland and West Brom in particular. Stoke City end the season in the top 10. Great effort by Mark Hughes to end the season, even though they lost to Liverpool. Aston Villa 11th, Newcastle 12th, Swansea 13th, 14th Southampton, 15th West Ham. Queen's Park Rangers, Leicester City are safe. Crystal Palace's loss compounds the relegation, with Hull City and Burnley, who end on 2 wins for the entire season, and a really unfortunate 25 losses. But bright sparks, they did not Liverpool out. They did beat Liverpool. One of those wins was against Liverpool in the league, and the draw against Manchester United. But other than that, it's a pretty miserable year for Burnley fans, straight back down to the Championship. And we could actually look at who comes up from there. Watford and Norwich City are confirmed by virtue of automatic promotion, that is. The playoffs for Cardiff City, Fulham, Derby, Wigan, Blackburn Rovers and Wolves, I think. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to know who was the third team to come up. I don't know if they have any tables for that, so unfortunately we can't see that. Watford, a convincing promotion. 30 wins and only 1 loss for the entire season. Watford, what a season. Watch out, Premier League. Let's have a look at all the other winners in terms of goals, assists and such. Nikita Jelavic takes the Premier League top scorers boot with 17 goals. Unfortunately, that's about the only thing Manchester City could smile about. with the lowly finish in 6th in the Premier League table. The assist goes to Stefan Sessegnon with 8, joined by Ladana on equal 8 actually. Well, that tells the entire story for clean sheets. David De Gea with 18 of them. That tells a story all by itself, doesn't it? Most yellows went to Taylor of Swansea City with 10 red cards. Jack Rodwell of Sunderland with 3. The FA Cup goals, with still one game left to play. Di Maria currently leads and probably is going to stay there if Edison Cavani actually plays and scores 3 or maybe even 4. But you probably can't see that happening with Manchester United on the form they're in. This goes to Scannell of Sunderland. The clean sheets guys will probably go to Tim Krul of Newcastle United, unbelievably. Bristol City's Osborne takes 3 yellow cards and tops that. And everyone that had a red card had a red card. There was no more than one in that one. The Capital One Cup top scorer as of now, because the Capital One Cup has actually finished with Chelsea being winners. Conway and Vestian, Jordan Rhodes and Scannell all with 4. Take that, applaud it. Jerome takes the assist for Norwich City. Petacek has 2 clean sheets and takes that one. Felipe Luis actually has the most yellow cards. Actually, Davis, Randolph, Courtois, and Nichols actually have 2 as well. 3 yellow cards for Felipe Luis, and everyone on 1 red card for that one. So that's it. With 1 game left to play, the FA Cup final, Manchester United against Manchester City. But what a league! Manchester United are back to winning ways, and we'll be back, of course, next season where we do it all again.